Hey everybody, this is Tech Guy Charlie. Welcome to the channel. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to clone your existing NVMe drive onto another NVMe drive. And this will come in very handy if you want to upgrade to a larger NVMe drive, but you don't want to go through the hassle of backing up all your files and going through the cumbersome process of reinstalling Windows and all your apps. And yes, I have done a video similar to this almost 2 years ago, but since then things have changed, so it is now time to do an updated version. So done with the intro, now let's start the video. Now for this upgrade you only need two things. First off, you'll need a new M.2 NVMe SSD, and secondly a USB M.2 NVMe SSD enclosure. So this is what we are gonna use to clone the existing drive onto the new one. Now, one important thing you gotta keep in mind is that in this video, we are cloning for a laptop that has a single M.2 slot. And this is how majority of laptops are gonna be like. But if your laptop or desktop has 2 or more M.2 slots, you don't need this enclosure, because then you can just straight away plug the new NVMe SSD into your motherboard and start the cloning process. But I am assuming that your laptop or desktop does not have a second M.2 NVMe slot, because majority of them don't. So in this case, you will need to get yourself this enclosure. And this enclosure is very useful because once we are done with the cloning process, you can actually repurpose the NVMe SSD that will come out of your laptop as a high-speed USB flash drive using this enclosure. I will show you how to do that later in the video. And it's got everything we will need from screws to USB cables to even a screwdriver. I will put a purchase link to this in the video's description. So let us start by installing the new SSD in the enclosure, and we are gonna clone everything to a 2TB WD Blue SN570 NVMe SSD. And the reason why I have picked this is because it is cheap, runs cool, and performs very well. I'm actually using 2 of these in my main PC, and so far they have been super reliable. And just so you know, I've bought this with my own money, so this is not sponsored by WD. So once you've got the enclosure ready, connect it to your laptop using the USB cables that came in the box. I'm using the Type-C to Type-C cable because this laptop has a USB-C port, but if yours does not, use the Type-C to Type-A cable. Okay, so once you've got the SSD enclosure plugged in, go ahead and verify that the SSD inside the enclosure is being detected by your computer. You can do this by right-clicking on the Start menu and going into Disk Management. And if it's a brand new unformatted SSD, the computer is gonna prompt you to initialize it. And you don't need to initialize because the cloning software is gonna do that for you. But if you are reusing an old SSD which is already formatted and initialized, then it's gonna show up here and in the file explorer inside this PC. And speaking of the cloning software, we're gonna use Macrium Reflect. Now I've got a ton of comments on my previous video saying that it is not free anymore, which is sort of true, but you know what, the 30-day trial has all the functionality enabled. So that is more than enough if you just want to clone your drive, and of course you gotta do this within the first 30 days after installing. I've got the Reflect 8 home trial installed, and I will put the link to this website in the video's description. But I would still urge you to go ahead and purchase the software because it is an awesome piece of utility. And before you start the cloning process, make sure that encryption like BitLocker is switched off. To check, you can go into the Windows settings, then privacy and security, and then device encryption. You can see that encryption is off, and if we click on BitLocker, you can see it is not available on this laptop because it is running Windows 11 Home. So switch off encryption if it is there. You can switch it on later after you clone. Okay, so after you download, install, and run Macrium Reflect, this is the screen that you're gonna see. Now, this part of the screen is gonna show you the drives that are connected to the PC. You can see it is showing us 2 drives. Disk 1 is our internal boot drive, and disk 2 is the drive that is inside the enclosure. So what we want to do is clone the internal drive that contains the C partition onto the external. So start by selecting disk 1 and then click on clone this disk. Make sure all the partitions are selected because we want to clone everything from the internal NVMe. Now click on select a disk to clone to, and then from here pick the drive that is in the external NVMe enclosure. So you can see the 2 TB drive being listed here. Now once you've got the destination disk selected, click on copy partitions and select shrink or extend to fill the target disk. You want to do this to utilize the entire space on the new SSD. Otherwise, after cloning, the 2 TB SSD is going to show up as 500 GB. So doing this is important. So it looks like everything is in order. After cloning, our C drive is going to have a lot of space. So we will click on next, next, and then finish. So there you go, the cloning has started. You can see that the LED is blinking in the reflection. Now the cloning process takes a couple of minutes, and the speed depends on how full the internal drive is and on how fast the USB port on your PC really is. Also, these NVMe drives get really hot while they're being written to. So during the cloning process, this WD blue gets up to 50 degrees Celsius, which is pretty normal. The one in my PC goes up to 60 degrees and it has worked fine for more than 3 years. So don't worry if the enclosure gets really warm. Alright, so there you go, the cloned drive is now ready for use, and it only took about 8 minutes and 21 seconds. So now let's shut the computer down and swap the drives and see if it boots. Okay, so I've taken the cover off and removed the new SSD from the enclosure. And you can see here is the factory installed NVMe. So what we are gonna do now is remove this from the laptop and install the new SSD. And depending on your model, this may vary, but this one actually has a thermal pad beneath it. So we are gonna retain that and reuse it on this SSD. And the installation is very simple. Make sure that it clicks and then reinstall the screw. And that is it. Now before you reinstall all the screws, I would recommend that you power the laptop on as it is to see if it boots into Windows. So let's try that. Alright, so moment of truth. Let's see if it boots into Windows. Hey! And if you are wondering, here is the original SSD that came out of the laptop. Also, keep in mind that the first time you start your computer up using the brand new cloned SSD, it's gonna take a while. But eventually it's gonna become fast. Now if we go to this PC, you can see that this is the cloned drive and we have got full 2 TB worth of space. Let's bring the camera up close so you guys can see properly. Now let me show you the activation status. So right click on the start menu and system, then we'll go into product key and activation. And here you can see that Windows is activated. Now let's also check Office. So launch any of the Office apps. I'm going to launch Word. So in Office, if we go to account, you can see that this copy of Office is active. So there is no reactivation needed for Office and Windows if you just want to clone your drive to a new one. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to repurpose the SSD that came out of the laptop as a high-speed USB flash drive. So we are going to install this in the enclosure. This round thing goes at the bottom like this. And then we can just install the screw. And don't forget the thermal pads, they are essential. Alright, so here we go. Let's plug the enclosure in. And now this thing has the SSD that used to be inside the laptop. As you have seen, I've just swapped it over. So here we go. So that is the external NVMe. It is showing up as the D drive. So here's the thing. We're not going to use any of the contents that are on the external NVMe SSD because we have already cloned this drive onto the new one, which is now inside our laptop. Now you can always right click and select format, but I don't really recommend this method because there are hidden partitions on this NVMe SSD. Why? Because this contains a fully functional Windows installation. And I can actually show you by right clicking on the start menu and going to disk management. Okay, so inside disk management, you can see that disk 1 is our external NVMe SSD. And as you can see, there are 3 system partitions on it. And if you right click this, there is no option to delete this because it is locked. The only partition you'll be able to delete is the Windows partition, which is not enough because that will still leave the system partitions intact. And that system partition may cause conflicts in the future. So let me show you what you should do. So open up the start menu and type in cmd and run command prompt as administrator. Type diskpart, that is diskpart, and press enter. So diskpart is slightly more advanced and it will clear out all the system partitions on the external SSD. So once you have diskpart running through the command prompt, type list disk and press enter, and this will show you all of the disks that are connected to your PC. And you guys already know disk 1 is our external NVMe SSD. If you are not sure, right click on the start menu and go to disk management and identify which is the external SSD. So like I said, for this laptop, disk 1 is the external NVMe SSD. So now I will type in cell disk 1 and press enter. So now the external SSD is selected. Now type in clean and press enter, and that will clear out everything that is on the external SSD, including the locked system partitions. And it's telling us succeeded in cleaning the disk. So now we can go ahead and exit the disk partition utility. Now after performing this little procedure, you will notice that the drive does not show up in the Windows Explorer. That's because everything from the external SSD has been wiped off, including all of the partitions. So right click on the start menu and go to disk management, and you will automatically get the initialize disk prompt. Select GPT and click on OK. And scroll down, and there is our external NVMe SSD, which is inside the enclosure. So again, same procedure, right click, new symbol volume, next, and finish. And that is pretty much all there is to it. And now the external NVMe SSD shows up in this PC. Now calling this thing fast is actually an understatement. You know what? Let me actually show you the file transfer speeds. So what we are going to do is copy over a bunch of videos. So we are going to copy 20 gigabyte worth of videos onto the external NVMe SSD. So just drag and drop, and as you can see, it is giving us a speed of over 300 megabytes per second. And also keep in mind, if you want these kind of speeds, your internal hard drive should also be an SSD. If you've got a mechanical internal hard drive, you will never achieve these kind of speeds with an external SSD. So that is over 300 megabytes worth of sustained write speed on the external SSD. Now the read speeds are slightly better, so while copying the files back to the laptop, we got a read speed of about 440 megabytes per second. And you know what? These speeds are fast enough to edit 4K videos directly off the external NVMe SSD. And the best part is that this enclosure is upgradable, so you can easily replace the 500 gigabyte NVMe inside this with a 2 terabyte one, which is something that I would recommend. Also, a very important thing, whenever you want to disconnect a removable drive such as this one, always use the safely remove hardware button in the taskbar, right click and eject. This makes sure that there is no data corruption on the drive. Anyways guys, that's how you clone an SSD and repurpose the OEM SSD using an external NVMe enclosure. Also, once you are done with the cloning process, don't forget to turn on encryption. So you want to go to privacy and security, then device encryption. You might want to switch this data encryption on if you have Windows 11 Home, or else turn on BitLocker drive encryption if you have Windows 10 or 11 Pro. So thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, make sure to press the like button. And do make sure to subscribe to the channel. I've got plenty of PC tutorials on the channel. Alright, so I will see you guys in another video. And this is Tech Guy Charlie signing off.